Okay, get a few people in here and get on with the getting on. Dust this nasty motherfucker off. Okay, set this off to the side, get the mask up there. Get my big ass chunk of maple. A few of y'all in here. What's up, Vinny? How's it going, brother? I'm going to attempt to make the Tomislav puzzle sphere today. Hopefully this doesn't turn out in like one of them fail videos on the internet. But yeah, if it does, right? Got that up there. Let me get a Forstner bit real quick. Got my 35 mil. It's a 1.5 out of work. That's what we're gonna try anyways. If I can ever get my computer to come on, I'll be able to talk to people over here and get some close-up angles down here on this side. Hey, there it goes. In the meantime, I've got to mark the center on this here big ass plank of maple. Gonna be a bunch of measuring and stuff today. Stuff that I normally don't even bother with, so that on its own should be pretty challenging for me, I reckon. And my attempt to do this whole thing with no carbides and all that cool stuff. I will have to break about halfway through once I get my sphere turned and actually shape this jam chuck I made. But it shouldn't be too crazy. I got the computer up over here so I can talk to you guys. And I should be able to move the mount around so I can get you guys some up close and personal views and all that cool stuff. As of today, I'm down 70 pounds, man. Thank you. And it has been a long ass, tedious 100 days. Chalk that in there. She's spinning pretty good. Move this out the way. Take some twang off that. Spike this heifer. So, I'm actually doing pretty good. The wife's doing phenomenal. She's down like 35 pounds and like she makes it look like she's not even really trying. And she's dedicated to the shit. My daughter's going to the gym with us now while she's out of college on break. She's going through some shoulder rehab, so me trying not to die kind of turned into a family affair, I reckon. Alright, let me get signed in here. Get a few more people up in here, and then I will kill the sound of this son of a bitch. I know that for sure. I haven't drank actual pop. I've drank like the zero sugar stuff, but I haven't drank any kind of actual pop. And hell, I was doing that way before I ever done the whole getting on the diet thing and all that nonsense. But here recently, it's been a lot of these. These are actually pretty good. They taste like baby aspirins. If you know, you know. A lot of calorie counting and watching and stuff like that, and a metric shit ton of eating protein. Sorry, it's kind of taking a little bit, y'all. Really am. If that wasn't Ryan or Jeff trying to call me, show you what. Oh, I'm sorry, bub. Got some caffeine and stuff in it. Works up pretty good. I like it. Ugh. Okay. What's up, Suzanne? How's it going? So, I've got this over here. So I missed anybody. Soldier's in here. Susan's in here. Billy, what's up, man? Soldier. Finagle you guys down here a little bit. I don't know if you guys have seen the Tomislav sphere video or not. But I wanted to make one of those for a long time. I got a chunk of maple here that is right at or 3 6/8, or sorry, 3 7/8. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this thing round. I'm gonna try to get y'all in frame. I know that that's kind of weird. I'm gonna bring y'all back here a little bit. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. It's just not you watching me beat up a piece of wood from that side. For that, turn our speed down a little bit. Make sure we're not going to get hammered on that. Break out the old hood because some shit's going to take a flying at us. No, Vin, you never do that, man. I appreciate the hell out of that, brother. Once I get this, all the corners kind of knocked off of it, we'll get back into turn the speed up and really get into it. Got most of the corners knocked off. Now we can really dig in there. Kind of speed up a little bit. These are those old marbles skis that I got. Put a little bit of edge on them, man. They work out pretty good. Okay, so we're getting rounder. I don't think we're straight to the point yet where I can throw a skew on it and give it hell, but we're getting there. Alright. Getting there, still got a little flat spot. I'm gonna say what the hell with it, bust out the skew. See what we can do here. Coming y'all's way. We got some flat in there. Okay. Bust out the bigger skew. Maybe. Oh, I just put a fucking edge on that little one. I want to try that. I forgot that. Hold on for a minute. sassy girl. Walk off the edge of my tool rest because I'm an idiot. See, it's kind of high over here. Alright. Come over here, give this side some love. I am sorry that you guys are shaking all over hell and creation. I really am. I think that's close enough for government work on that. We're going to put a tenon on each end of this. Actually, no, we're not. We'll put a tenon on this end after we smooth that out. Holy hell. Tear out city. Better. Come back here, let's put a tenon on it. This will come in handy later. Okay. Come up here and shore this up a little bit. All right. Still got some wax on there. Okay. We're going to move you guys back over here now. Take off this hood for a second. Alright, I'm going to do math. I know this is something that you guys don't see me doing quite often at all. Okay. Lock that in. It's right at 7. Come over here. Make a line. So this distance is the same that our blank is round. Okay. Take 7, divide it by half, puts us at 3.5. Lock that in. Puts us at a line right there. Do the same thing from this side. Puts us at a line right there. We don't want to touch that line to the very end. And then right here, halfway in between this line and over here, we're going to make a line and do the same thing on this side because Tomislav makes this shit look so easy. Alright. I got sawdust in my titties. We're going to take a parting tool and we're going to part right here enough for me to get in there and work a little bit with a skew and everything like that. Hit this thing real quick with the grinding wheel. Okay. Bevel good. Yes. Yes. So we're going to part this out right here. I'm not running a mock Jesus like I normally am. I'm actually trying to do this the right way. Alright. That should give me enough to work with a little bit right here. I'm going to give it a shot. We use the spindle gouge. But he also uses the spindle gouge for literally everything. So see that I am most definitely going to be using a skew. We're not going to mess with the center line. About ready to get up my bigger skew. Maybe. I don't know. I'll give this little one a shot. Benjamin Winkle's also got a very good video on sphere making, and he does it kind of cool. He does it all like off-centered and lopsided, and it turns out really cool. I think he might be in here. These screws in work here at the moment. Keep you out. Pretty sure we don't need you up here at the moment. Mini skew. That'll help me get down in here hopefully without breaking a leg. A little better. Bitch. Well, that went crazy. I didn't want to touch the middle of that, so we're going to have to shape that entire fucking thing again. Awesome. Every fucking time. Oh, Lord. Um, I'm not zoned out working, I promise. Don't use the point. Oh, just read my comment, buddy. Right, yeah. Okay. So that's undoubtedly going to be cleaned up. But we're going to go ahead and part this off so I can put it between the two cup centers that I got and try to turn it through. Turn it down a little bit. Get my parting tool, wherever the hell it might have went to, right in there. Starting to get a little bit of a wobble to it. Set this off the side for a minute. Get my knockout rod here. I don't know if y'all can tell, it's hotter than hell here in Southern Ohio. Alright. See how she does. Take your knockout bar out of the tailstock, Mr. an idiot. Got a little bit of a wobble to it on the tailstock here, but Now, before we like get on with anything, I have never once in my entire life like claimed to be a professional at anything. So we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, there is some people in the audience here, like Benjamin and like guys like that. This is legit what they do. If anything, I'm all about showing people what they probably shouldn't be doing. Yeah. That's stupid. Turn my dust extractor on for a second. Put this thing over here in reverse. Alright, now what we're going to do is back this off and turn it. I picked this part up from one of Winkle's videos last night. That way it can be turned on a couple different axes. You want to do this a whole lot because you could eventually like ruin the curvature of the sphere. It don't look too god awful. We're going to sand it first. Still got a little bit of a bounce right there. I don't want that. And I'm not doing this because I'm trying to show off or anything like that. I've never made any claims to be like a badass. But I think very highly of Tomislav. I watched his videos way before I even got into wood turning, and I was always like, dude, I really want to do that. So this is just kind of a hell with it. Let's see if I can do it. If you guys haven't watched this video, it probably wouldn't hurt. The guy is he's phenomenal. He looks the Richard Raffin as a mentor. I guess he was a mentor, is a mentor to him or something like that. I'd say I've probably watched every video the guy's made like 5 or 6 times. Got a high spot right there and I don't like it. Yeah, right here in the center, I kind of got it beveled out. I don't like that. See if I can knock it down a little bit. What's up, Moyak? How you doing, brother? That's going to work for the time being. I'll line this up again. Do have that gouge in there. I'm thinking I can take that out. Really don't want to chase it that much, but I kind of have to. That is pretty gnarly. It's also beside that high spot, so I might be able to maybe get it out of there if I put it in drive. Feels better. Awesome, dude. What the fuck? Moyak, bro, you didn't have to do that shit. Man, you ain't got to do that, homie. I love you, brother, but you ain't got to do that. Get yourself a brush to sweep off the lake. I got one. I even hooked up a damn shop vac. Moyak, man, you didn't have to do that, brother. Really, you fucking did. Guess I gotta vacuum up the damn lake because Moyak said so now. So, I'm gonna raise this bad boy up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna lie, it is hotter than 2 rats scrogging in a wool sock. Southern Ohio hit with a vengeance. Alright, so it's our ball. Now, I started on a jam chuck last night for this bad boy. And I figure we're going to make it a little bit bigger just to make that fit. But I didn't want to go all the way in because I didn't know what the actual diameter of the ball was going to be. I don't plan this stuff out. It just kind of comes to me. I seen Tomislav do this. It's like, holy shit, I gotta try that. So we are going to take a second here, mount that Warlock up, get off my cup centers, set them over here. I'm going to give this a little bit of love on the inside with a bowl gouge to make that pop in there and jam. And then we're going to hit it with some Forstner bits and some other stuff to make it right. That's the plan, and it sounds all good, and we're going to give it a shot. Dude, it's old dad be sweating. What's up, Amy? How's it going? Okay. Reel my tailstock in here a minute. Get it out of the way so I can swing my big ass arm on this little ass lathe. It's not really a little lathe, but I got arms like a gorilla. So I'll move that out of the way for just a second. There we go. Okay. Hang up a couple of these tools. Don't bump your on switch. Hang up a couple of these tools that I won't be needing in the immediate future here. Kind of the whole point of building this damn thing. Okay. Won't need you for a couple minutes. Let's see if I can finagle you guys around here and you can see what the hell's going on. Alright. Set this sumbitch out the way so it doesn't collect sawdust. I don't know where all the black sawdust came from. All right. Bowl gouge. Gonna have to move y'all. You're in the way of my swing. Big of a difference we have between the sizes here. Make it a little bit deeper. Outside diameter is looking good. We gotta make her a little bit deeper. Not too worried about this being so much as a bowl as a taper on the way back in. That way I can actually build up some friction between the walls of the jam chuck and the ball itself. So, bit deeper. Alright, it's in there. And the one thing that this reveals is, if you look around here and see these gaps, this ball is not perfectly round. So that could be an issue if you were doing these for like performance runs and stuff. I, however, am not. I'm just happy to get one made up. Now, I'm going to back this off. Find my original point where I indexed it earlier. Well, same way Tomislav did. I'm going to use the force off this to put that in there. And it's in the jam chuck. Now where shit gets kind of stupid. We're gonna hook this up in a Forstner bit. Can't go crazy deep, you know, it's not prom night. Got an 1.5 inch Forstner here. Turn. Matter of fact, I'm going to lower the speed even by gear ratio down. Okay. Speed's down. That's on. Lock this in place. dumbass. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm a novice. And one of the last things you want is what kind of just happened there, but I think I was able to catch it, was your ball to come out of the chuck mount. It's not really the greatest. Being an asshole now. All right. Yeah, kind of. Don't know if that's gonna work or not. Loose from the jam chuck again. That is becoming an epic pain in the ass. I think I might need to make my chuck a little bit deeper so it engages up here instead of down here. Give me a minute. Use that to line that up. Jesus. Put a damn workout in. Alright, let's try it now. Worst thing can go wrong is it not work, right? Yeah. Shopsmiths are the most dangerous tools known to man. I swear to God, that thing popped out as soon as it made contact with it. Where are you breaking traction at? almost halfway in there now. Jesus. A little bit more. All right. Tad bit, just a fucking tad bit. Later, Amy. All right. I'm gonna bring that out. We're going to swap out this bit. That is hot enough to melt flesh. First little 5/8 bit. And we're going to take her all the way back and out the other side. Maybe. I don't know. Might throw gang signs at it. I don't know. Need to move that. It's hot as shit. Think she went through. Hope she went through. She did. Cool. All right, so one hole, little hole in the back. hole's kind of at an angle, and that's my fault because I didn't make this a perfect sphere, but I think we can handle that on the cleanup. For the time being, we're going to get this off here. Set it out of the way. Set that out the way. Set the ball that we busted our ass on for the past few minutes out of the way. Knock these maple shavings off here. Bring this drill back here, get it out of the way. See what you did there, Jeff. You dirty old bastard, I love you. Had no reason to make that big, but I don't give a shit. Okay, the tenon we cut to begin with. We're going to anchor that in our jaws. I said jaws. Shouldn't need a whole lot of crazy tailstock pressure on the end of it, but shit can go south, you know. Alright, so in this video, this is where old Tomislav breaks out a skew and does some peeling cuts and makes this shit look super quick. I don't know if we're going to do all that, but I am going to put it up back to its normal range of speed. He made that look like real easy. Take her down out of Mont Jesus mode. Hood on. Think I need a bigger skew? You ain't missed nothing yet, buddy. Alright, so now that we're getting down to... Y'all can't see shit, I'm sorry. Now that we're getting down to a smaller diameter on that. I want to measure the inside of my hole there. Measuring the inside of my holes. We're just shy of 1.5 inches on that. And we got obviously a little bit of a way to go there. So I'm going to shave that down a little bit to get it fitting. Right about where we need to be. I think that I can sand that to get it down where I need to. I am going to go ahead and move some excess material off of here. That way I've got a little bit of this that'll be sticking through the hole. I know it sounds stupid, just hear me out. Back this off. Needs to come down a little bit more. I'm going to try to turn the speed down a whole lot and keep this from flying off. And I'll try to shape it a little bit with the skew. we go. One part of this shit started going right. Alright, so that fits on there. I got a slight bit of an excess. I want just a little bit more. I know that sounds like I'm being greedy. Promise I'm not. Okay. That's obviously not going to fit there. Tight fit. Got about say about 1/8 of an inch of play on the outside of that. Once I clean up this edge here, I'll have some play definitely. And then I'll start shaping down the inside of this so it can go in the Okay, now one thing that he did do on the video is he put a couple of small rings there, and I believe that was to create less friction inside of the socket. I'm not 100% sure. There we go. Yeah, that's fitting. Okay. Cool. Now we're going to bring this back in. I'm going to start shaping this down to where this will fit this inner diameter here. Yay, right? Okay. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll give it a shot. Not the way I wanted. Cool. Back at it. Now that we're started tapering this down a little bit, I want to measure the inside diameter of this. Now I don't want this to be like crazy stupid tight. I want it to be snug. I mainly want the furthest edge from this to be snug. So it can hang there by itself we're almost there now with that. Sand it a little bit, see what happens, and then we'll shape it down from there. We gotta take some off. Not a whole lot, but some. That's much better. Okay, so before we start shaping this the rest of the way back here, back this off. Should be able to slide this almost. Oh, look at that shit, boys. Okay, we need to slide that, shave it down a little bit more. Make a little burnish line where it's getting caught. Little bit more, but I believe we just about got this heifer manhandled. Hey, honey. so what we're going to do is right back here in this area, we are going to put that groove. It's not just decorative. That's actually for our jaws to hook into later. Let me let's see what the total travel on this thing is. Alright, so we got this nipple sticking out here. We got a little bit of slack over here. I want to give it a little bit more. And then I'm going to park this off after I put a chuck in it, or a groove for the dovetails to lock into. Good Lord. So, goal is you'll press this button and it'll kick this whole thing out, which will be hollowed, yada yada. So, hollow down a little bit more. Alright. We're going to mark where the end of this ball is. So it's going to sit right about there. I want to park this off right there just before that line, probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 mils. Okay. Take a second here. We're going to bring this back, not so much, but right here I want to cut a dovetail for my jaws and part it off. Billy caught me making love to my gouge. Alright. Now we got that off there. I'm gonna bring this in here. Might have to break out the smaller jaws for this. Yeah, we'll be okay. Okay. Drop that down. I don't necessarily want to get the other jaws out, but I think I might have to. Alright. While I'm switching these out, the wood for this today was provided by Brad at Godwood LLC, also known as turningblanks.net. Use the code WHACKER and get a discount there. Hell of a good group of dudes. Pretty sure Brad kind of runs a smaller establishment, but the quality of his product kind of speaks for itself. Tomislav done some crazy Jedi looking shit. Bring this back because it's in my way again. I don't like that. this is ingrained, so I could do some sketchy shit and try to do this with my my spew. Knock it loose too. By far best one. Hey, what's up? 77, I just not seen you there, man. Sorry, bub. Been getting the old butthole kicked by the Tomislav ball. Yes, I could totally just like bust out a carbide or something, or hell, I could even break out a Forstner bit for this matter, but I don't want to, because before I started this, I said I was going to do it all with traditional tools. So, damn me, right? Oh, fuck. I forgot I got that one cool tool I made. Technically counts as a hand. Found this crusty ass old drill, Jacob's chuck. Turn the speed down a little bit. We've got a center in there. Fucking look at me go, Billy. Flat at, so I get the bottom over here. So what we got. Still gotta go deeper. Story of my life. Okay, so we're just now back past the chuck line that we put on there. We're going to sand it off. We're going to clean up the outside edge of this just a little bit. how thick that is. I want that shelf to be a little bit more pronounced because that's where our lid's going to snap into. All right. Some sandpaper go inside this heifer. Yes, puzzle box. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of room to play with. Not a whole hell of a lot, but enough to, I think, get it done. Oh hell, I'm going to put the other chuck back on here now for this one. Jesus. Okay, that. Allen screw. I'll keep this close by because we got to shape that to where it sits down over top that ledge. So right off the rip, first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up the bottom of this. And then we're going to start shaping them. Just a tad bit too tight. We're going to knock down a little bit at the top. That way if it would happen to swell, it'd give it a little bit of room. Here's some sandpaper. Okay, that's a good fit. Scrape off just the excess here on the bottom. That is a good fit. Okay, I want to shore this back part up just a little bit to where it's fairly even with that. Okay. It hides things for fun later. It's not wrong. Okay. So we are going to part this off with excess, so you guys can't really see it. I have to bring it over here a little bit, I'm sorry. Got a little bit coming up this side, I can shave that. We're going to bring this in a little bit and shave it off on that side. So when we push this, it pops out. And inside there, you'll keep whatever you might keep in a 1/8 ounce fashion, you know. We're going to get the parting tool and bring that back just a wee bit back here. That way I don't have any frets whenever I go to Okay. So, what we're going to do, we're going to sand this all real good. Not real good, but you know, good enough. Okay. We're going to dome the inside of this a little bit. Why? Fucking tomislav did, I don't know. Alright, a little bit of a dome in there. Dome. Dome. Okay. Part that the rest of the way off. Okay, so that locks in there. That slides through the tube or through the ball. Now, we're going to attempt to remount our bowl or jam chuck in here, and then, oh God, round off the outside edges of these. Steven, this is the, I don't know if you're talking about this chuck or the other chuck. This one is the Define model. And then the other one is, I believe it's Wood Starter. They sent it to me. It's actually a badass little chuck. Alright. Take you. Put you back up here. Love it when I drop my phone. There's a pile of sawdust. There we go. Well, man, I plan on doing this a lot this summer. Strong Ink just sent me some pin kits and stuff like that, and what I plan on doing is I would like to do a pin a day for the month of June. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but why not, right? It sounds really fucking wonky in there. There we go. Where you be? Later, brother. Love you, boy. What the fuck is that? Okay. Getting on my nerves. Okay. Wonder. Because I'm already past the point of doing this shit easy. Good idea. Get some Teflon here. Wrap it around this box so I don't have to worry about this thing flying out and bashing me in the face. And I'll just mount it between two cup centers. I blame Tomislav for all this because he done this and he made just so dumbed down that it wasn't even funny, but he does that with a lot of things. Okay. We'll try it. $1932 Delta. Hell yeah, dude. Delta. Hell yeah, dude. do some sketchy shit. Knock it center. Alright, let's get stupid with it. I'm sure it's not coming out of there, and it's trying, Bobby. It's really trying. Get your ass back in that hole. Almost, you son of a bitch. Almost. You'll keep throwing her. I'll keep pushing her. trying to figure out a way to fucking eat something. Okay. Might jinx me. I eat it. Sorry about that, y'all. It happens. First time something's came flying off here in a while. I ain't gonna really complain about all that much. Okay, one thing he does, I don't really think I'll have to do it because I've got that gap there, but he does it, so I'm gonna do it. He puts little grooves to hide the seams. So Okay. Get one of these real quick. And then after that, he kind of angles it. Sure as hell don't angle it like that. Okay. There we go. Talking about something that will flat out humble your ass. I really thought that I could come out here and just knock one of these out. Man, oh man. It's really it tells you where you are. It really does. Alright, so press the little button on the side of it. Seems like a whole hell of a lot of work for a little box, don't it? But I did one. That beated me up. That beat me up pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I can already, just by going over it, I know a couple of different things that I can fix for the next time I go through on it and give it a shot, because this definitely won't be the end of this one. But it's a ball. It's round. Took me a lot longer to get it round than I wanted to. Yeah, I'm a little dusty, bro. But and like I said, man, straight up thought I had this down pat. If you don't believe me, hold up. I've watched that video probably 8 times in the past 3 days and wrote down step-by-step instructions for each step. Spheres are hard. Jamming a box inside of a sphere is pretty hard too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure my wife's going to kill me when I get inside. But it's about time for me to go in there and knock some of this crap off me. Thank you, Cindy. It means a lot. And get cleaned up, go to the gym. And then I ain't got no way. You figured it out, buddy. It ain't that hard. My big goofy ass could figure it out. You good. But the plan is, once my wife goes back to work, because she's on vacation right now, I've got some new kits from Strong Ink. Also another one of my sponsors. And by the way, if you go in there on your checkout and you put the Whack and Shack on your order notes, they'll hook you up with a free gift. It's some of the silk and velvet pin pouches for your high-end pins. Stop by, let them know. But my plan is for June is I want to do a pin a day, at least one live a day, a pin. I want to do it whenever she goes to work in the morning and come out here and knock it out while the kid's asleep. That'll be like a cool way to start off the day. Later, Lee. Appreciate it. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. If you haven't, please like, subscribe, all that cool stuff like that. If you bought memberships and gift memberships, I really appreciate that. Moyox is shit because he just flat out dropped a hundo in here. So, love y'all. Peace. God bless. I'm out.